The board is set. The native Fremen dream of creating a green Arrakis, while the Baron Harkonnen wants to paint it red. Smugglers who above all desire profit.
I told you I'd be right back. And here we are.
The noble Atreides, bound by the whims of the Emperor, are blinded by their honor. The board is set. The Spice War begins.
You once made me endure your Gom Jabbar. Well, here is mine. Look in that place where you dare not venture, and you will see me staring back at you. My name is a killing word. Why is that off? Oh yeah, probably because of Senran Kagura. It is what it is. Alright. Hello once again, everybody. How are you doing? Good to be with you. So, I didn't actually plan on doing another stream, much less two, but I decided to do that random audio search stream just because I've been fucking laughing about that that everything is a photograph song. And it's like, it's fucking 4 years old, 5 years old, you know, so at least it works. He who controls the past controls the future. He who controls the universe is something like, no, he who controls the past controls the future. What is it? He who controls the past conquers the future. He who controls the future conquers the past. But the spice must flow. Let's resume. See where we were at last time. Duke Leto looking at a photograph. I know that feel of looking at a photograph. So one of the things that I kind of having to get used to about this game is it's kind of like Frostpunk, where it's somewhat real time, but you pause a lot. So spacebar, obviously your best friend in games like this type. You don't have to do stuff. You can pause it and make your choices, but yeah, it's I don't think in the tutorial they explain that to us too well. So it's a strategy game, but if you just let it run, it's going to be like a real-time, well, not a real-time strategy game, it's going to be a strategy game that is running in real time. So yeah, imagine all of your worst turn-based, most fuck you turn-based games. That's what I'm seeing it so far as. I do not know if that's actually how it is. But I'm liking it so far. Well, it's supposedly a 4X, but like I just said, it's like this part because we're paused right now. What is this, by the way? Oh, right. Regulations. I've got negative upkeep. But yeah, it's like Frostpunk essentially. I want to say this is like the nightmare sister of Frostpunk. Yeah, it's very strange. I haven't enough um, game expertise to exactly describe it, but best I can say is it's like Frostpunk plus more. So a bigger world around Frostpunk. Which is interesting because, I mean, Command and Conquer, which is what I originally introduced me to the Dune universe, was an expansion of Dune. Like, that was supposed to be an expansion pack to Dune. And then they were like, we can make our own game with this. And then they did. And then it got big. And then we were all hyped for Tiberian Sun. And then Tiberian Sun didn't happen until, like, the late 90s or whatever. No, it was mid 90s. Even though the damn game that it was supposed to be a sequel to was released in the late 80s, early 90s. So, yeah, one of those crazy weird games. Yeah, it's very strange. So, let's just see where we were at right at the end of this last save game. Right. Okay, so we had upkeep, impact, whatever. We are harvesting spice, which is enough. We got a village to the south, southeast, east. East has minerals, runes. North has, I don't even know what that is, and a village and energy source. The best part of CNC Dune is that we got House Ordos, even if the Frank Herbert doesn't agree with it that much. Well, I mean, didn't I don't think quote unquote House Ordos existed as a house proper, but wasn't that basically just wasn't that basically just a mercenary faction anyway? So it was like a formalization of the mercenary factions, which obviously existed in the Dune universe. I want to say that's what it was supposed to be. Yeah, which I think this game used the smuggler faction for that, I think. Now, one of my favorite things and one of the saddest things about the dissolution of the Westwood Studios brand is that Westwood had a licensing agreement for the Dune games, not the Dune license itself. So if we wanted more Dune RTS games or anything in that franchise, Westwood had the rights to keep doing it. But obviously, once EA swallowed up Westwood, I don't know if that continued to be a thing. So, yeah. We're talking ancient history, though. So, we were securing more territory. I've got 132 authority. Can I... So I'm supposed to be able to peacefully assimilate. I'm trying to remember how to do that. EA, one of the most hated AAA game companies.
Understood.
Alright. Let's go over here and try and assimilate these guys. I mean, given the menus, it does feel like kind of a semi-hybrid 4X RTX sort of thing, because this is straight up triggering me to build units. Constructing. Like this is making me want to do straight up RTS strategy stuff, but I'm pretty sure that's probably not going to work in this situation. I'm so used to House Atreides being blue and that the green color in the novel. I have yet to read the book, so it's been a few years since I've read the book. I think the green, I don't know, I don't remember specifically if they were allied to a color. It may have been tied to the fact that they were a ocean-bound planet or whatever. Book is a good read, by the way, for anybody watching this afterwards. Book is a pretty damn interesting read. Focuses a lot more on politics. Like, legit, if you're thinking action in the desert with crazy space sci-fi stuff going on, the books are more political. Like, actually, as a matter of fact, it's one of those sort of situations where it's like, maybe the Atreides aren't 100% good, and maybe the maybe the Harkonnen aren't 100% evil. I mean, if you're a fan of things not being black and white, the Dune novels, pretty interesting. I can't speak for beyond what Frank Herbert wrote, but fun fact, if my memory serves correctly, Frank Herbert was born and lived in the same city I was born in. Washington State. Woo! I swear to God, there was an option to peacefully assimilate. How do we do that? But yeah, actually, you're distracting me with book topics. Uh, I am not a huge political nerd. I basically my first introduction to Dune was the David Lynch movie back in the day, and Command and Conquer, and then eventually I was like, hey, let's read the Dune novels, and I was like, this ain't actually that bad. So unless you're some person that hates reading, you'll probably enjoy it. In fact, I think that the books, for the sort of person that is interested in the Dune as it's set up, it's like there's all this intrigue and political stuff going on and whatever, and it's like the books go deeper into that. How do I peacefully assimilate?
Listening.
Why won't you peacefully assimilate? Why are you like this?
Yes.
George!
Well, I guess. I guess we're gonna have to free the fuck out of you.
We'll take them out.
Yeah, I'd say read the first book, and if that's kind of interesting you, then yeah, read the rest. Um, I forget which novel it ends on, but his son wrote. So Frank Herbert died, and his son kept writing the Dune series. So I'm not sure at what point you want to stop if you're a purist of Frank Herbert. So look that up before you go any further.
Yes, sir. Awaiting command. Let's go. Awaiting command. We are on the move.
So as I said, as you can see here, it's like a weird balance of an RTS and a 4X and whatever the hell else is going on. I'm sure I'm not adapting nearly as fast as I should because I just literally started the game, so we are learning as we go.
We're going out. We are ready.
Music is good too, by the way.
We're moving. Yes, sir. Awaiting command.
Ah, research. Let's see. So we got diplomatic maneuvers. Fair enough. Yeah. Frank Herbert, I think, wrote the first. I want to say the first 3 or 4 Dune novels. Don't quote me on that. I want to say it was like the first few novels, and then his son took over because obviously he was dying and or dead at the time that each novel was written. So it all comes down to how much you trust his son to have written what he was writing at the time. It does get into some kind of weird stuff, but it's a good read. I mean, if you basically are kind of a fan of the Dune feel, yeah, read it. Especially if you're a fan of reading. If you like reading, worth at least one read through. I wouldn't say that it's like my favorite book. Not that I'm saying it's a bad book. I'm just saying there's probably what is it? Favorite books that I reread, excluding political theory stuff. Maybe World War Z. Most of Lovecraft stuff, Dream Cycle especially. Can't think of anything else really. Maybe some Tom Clancy stuff, but yeah. Anyway, if you like reading, read Dune, the first book. See what you think. Give it a chance. You might like it. I think he wrote The Warm Emperor too, right? For sure it was like the first couple books. I want to say I'm pretty damn sure it was the first couple books. Well, I used to read little books. Not so much anymore nowadays. Yeah, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. And it actually saddens me a little because I used to have way more time to read books. And it feels like the modern world makes it so much harder to do that. But reading is actual reading of books, novels, whatever. It's a thing that you gotta do it. You gotta enjoy it. A lot of people, they think, oh well, you know, let's videos, 30-second TikTok videos, 30-second clips on YouTube, whatever else. Oh, that's all you need. And it's like, you don't realize. What was that meme? What was that meme going around recently about the lack of ability to picture an apple in your head? Right? I can picture an apple in my head. I can. The shape, the color, the gradation. I can even picture the goddamn taste of an apple. Right? Well, these people are like, I can't imagine an apple. imagine being the sort of person who can't imagine. imagine that person. Holy shit. By the way, I actually like apples, but I kind of actually prefer lemons and citrusy things. If I had to rank apples, I like something a little softer, a little less tart. So maybe green, yellow. Those aren't too bad. I just am not a fan of bad apples. All right. Diplomatic negotiations, hubs, knowledge-controlled village, military units, water upkeep, recon speed. Let's go for political power. Sandworm, get out of there. Worm sign. Down the spice. Everyone get out of there. He cares more for his men than he does for the spice. Despite my better judgment, I am starting to like this man. Spice. The blue with the blue eyes.
We're going out. We're going out.
All right. We have spies. Good enough. You know, I wonder if Frank was on his cooking high or something when he came up with the spice concept. Well, I want to say it's a pretty easy concept, right? Basically, the world breaks down into things that people find important. So, spice or gold or whatever it is, uranium, unobtainium, as that cringy movie put it. It's all about people chasing valuable things. So, I mean, even if it was literally him and his cocaine fueled fairy being like, people want coke, he was semi correct because that's what people are after. By the way, I'm liking the game so far. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. Well, the space, this raid. Well, handle it.
As you command.
I wonder if we're gonna meet Sardaukar when we got upper hand in the Arrakis.
Awaiting orders.
Get him! Get him!
Awaiting orders.
Attack! At your service, sir.
Nice raid, dickhead.
Awaiting orders.
We are on the move.
Oh shit. Sandworms. Oh. Oh, he's up there. More villagers, military units, more water will need. Your Ivan is negative. You will see unrest in the villages leading to rebellions. Wind traps got the warriors. There we are. Wind trap.
Awaiting command. Yes, sir.
Understood. On it. Awaiting orders. Taking position.
Oh shit. It's 5:30. Alright, so I think we'll wrap it up here. I wasn't even supposed to be streaming this late. I may or may not be on call for duty today. So, yeah, I don't want to be tired and hungover for work tomorrow. So I'm going to save here. And if I'm not on duty, if I don't get called in for work, we'll stream today. Give it, what? 8 to 10 hours or so. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. For everyone else on the VOD, everything else, I'll see y'all out there, and take her easy. Whatever you do. And the spice must flow. The spice extends life. The spice expands consciousness. See y'all out there, wherever you do.